Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Lord Jesus,
Finally.
Lord Jesus is the fire.
After the million times. 10,000 years later.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Finally, we are connected. We're live in 1014 Sesh Podcast. Mm-hmm.
Yum.
Okay.
So, welcome to the 1014 Sesh. This is our
Yeah.
first episode for our podcast, a brief introduction. So, both me, Kimberly,
And me, Maria.
So we both know each other from Puerto Rico. We both studied in yes. We both studied in the same school, like since elementary till high school, basically. And years later, I actually moved to Miami. And yeah, later on, we still kept each other connected in a way. And through WhatsApp and all this messages, voice messages, that's when we actually started recommunicating ourselves again. But it actually all started because of Hamilton.
Yeah.
Because we started like with the Smule, the sing-alongs and all that crap.
Yes.
So that's how we started like regaining our friendship in a way.
Yes.
And then
because
yeah.
No, I was gonna say that we've always been friends, but basically you're best friends with my sister.
Yes.
Because Kimberly here, she was a 1 year how do you say? Un año después que yo basically when I was in ninth grade,
a year
you were in
older,
10th grade.
yes. A year ahead.
There you go, exactly. We get it, you get it. But so basically Kimberly was best friends with my sister, and me being the little sister that I am, I was always there with them to hang out together. So basically I was there with them and we had a lot of fun, a lot of craziness happened in high school. Y las casas de Tani, casa de Kimberly, it was very fun.
The Jonas Brothers.
Y like oh yes, girl, we got so much history between Jonas Brothers, Star Wars, girl.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars. Y now Hamilton. We have lots of shit in common.
Alexander Hamilton.
So, what does the bastard, orphan, son of a whore, and it's got to be. Yo, we can go on and on.
Yes.
With just Hamilton. So, we're true hardcore fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Kimberly said, Kimmy went to Miami for how long you been in Miami? How many years?
It's been 11 years.
Wow.
It doesn't seem like, I feel like it's been like 5 years top. But yeah, when I look back, I'm like, yo, it's been 11 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Literalmente, bueno, yo me gradué hace 10 years ago. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because I had just graduated from high school, and we were still debating if we were going to still stay in Puerto Rico or come to Miami because of my mom's job. I remember I was applying crazy everywhere because I wanted to stay in Puerto Rico, but it didn't happen. It wasn't meant to be. So yeah, I left, I want to say like around July or August from 2009. Yep.
Damn. Yep. But tú llegaste a graduarte, ¿verdad?
Sí, yeah.
Con mi hermana y
eso. I was basically a year by myself in Puerto Rico with my brother, and my mom was already working here in Miami.
Yeah, I remember. Yep. That's true.
Hard times, but we made it. We did it.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, it's sad because we miss you. Mi hermana, my sister and I, and Efraín, we miss you.
Oh, no, definitely. Basically, like, amistades como ustedes, hay ninguna. Like, friends like you, it doesn't exist. Like, you guys are the top. And I don't know, I guess since we've grown with each other for such a long period of time, and whenever we're separated, we still feel kind of like something's missing till this day, which is crazy. And I appreciate so much for our friendship and everything. Like, we're a family. We're not friends.
Exactly. Yeah. And it feels that y pueden pasar literalmente meses, weeks, whatever, without talking, pero cuando we decide to get together either by FaceTime
Mm-hmm.
or just in el mismo WhatsApp group, we just send each other stuff. It feels that we were never apart.
Exactly. Like we just get right, like right where we left off basically, and start making jokes
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So it's
exactly.
like you said, it's like we were never apart. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, even though like we all know already, Kimberly is in Miami and me, Maria, I'm in Puerto Rico. We're basically 1,014 miles apart. So that's why when we were in the creating process for this podcast, we were like, yo, what's a good name for the podcast?
Yeah,
And
I
we were
remember
thinking,
I was in my old job and we're saying good vibes, chill vibes, because that's what we
yes,
actually, that's how we
I,
wanted initially for the podcast.
yes. Initially, the first idea was good vibes only.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first idea. But then we were thinking, like, we like the name,
Yeah.
but we thought, okay, so this name is good, but it's going to limit us with
Yeah.
the topic, because we want to talk about everything. Obviously, our main goal is to talk about positivity, good vibes, and spread, positive awareness and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
basically like our
But,
conversations, how usually it goes, giving each other advice. So we're like, yo, we could
exactly.
actually put this out there. And who knows, it might inspire someone else. But yeah, I
Yes.
remember then Maria wanted to add the word sesh because as in, we're actually
Yes.
having conversation and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we are like, what would go something with sesh? And I remember in my old job, I was Googling like cool names and like that. And we had like a weird wordings from different languages, like basically saying the word sesh. But then I was like, yo, how many miles is from Miami to Puerto Rico? And that's when it came out. And I was like, yo, 1014 sesh. Bam. And Maria agreed. And that was the Born to Erase Young.
Yeah. And hey, we got the podcast going. So yeah, we're very excited. I'm nervous, so I'm sorry if I talk a little bit crossed up in here. It's our first podcast ever. It's a crazy
Yes.
idea we just had. So we're just two friends, talking about life. We're gonna talk about, at least I love astrology. We love astrology. We love crystals. We love all good things, and mindfulness, meditation. So we will do our best to share with you what we do on our daily basis, quotes that we like to share to each other, mantras and affirmations that help each other go on with life, basically, because we all know this year hasn't been easy at all. It's been a crazy year. So at least in my case, I was so fed up with all the negativity from the news, election year plus COVID, obviously, and also the uncertainty of work. I work in the hotel industry, so it's been very, very scary being in the industry in this time. So I was like, yo, I need something to vent, or I don't know, I need something creative to focus my energy somewhere else and also help other people. And like Kimberly said, we were talking this day and we were like, yo, like we were sending each other's voice memos for like 10 minutes long or something like that.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, we should like
do a podcast.
Yep. Because, yeah, we were basically helping each other. Whenever she had an issue or I had an issue, we will like, send each other's positive support and, recommendations or whatever. And it has helped me a lot in many ways. So we were like, we should just, do it publicly. And hopefully, people hear it, they like it.
Yes.
And they can share it.
Yep.
So yeah, so basically that's our introduction. Obviously, as the episodes keep going, we're gonna keep talking more about ourselves and be more open with you guys. So yeah, basically that's our main goal with the podcast. We want to share positivity and also have fun in the process. Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna talk about a lot of shit. And by the way, we are both Puerto Rican, so we're gonna speak both English and Spanish.
Spanglish.
So Spanglish, Baba. So our apologies if you, for example, if you don't speak Spanish at all, you don't understand certain words. We're sorry about that.
Google it.
But you can Google it. Google it. So yeah.
Que aprendan español.
Okay. No, just kidding.
I mean, in Miami, we all talk Spanglish, so I think we Gucci in Puerto Rico too. But as in other listeners from other states or other countries and else, yes, this is how we speak. So
exactly. Spanglish, Papa. Okay, so Kimberly, what's our first topic for today?
Our first topic is a little thing that we've been like analyzing and to speak about today. So is our actions and words versus what you say you believe. Dun, dun, dun. So, and the first question that we had basically written is, do you follow the advice you give to people?
So you mean like, do you follow your own advice?
Basically.
Do you give to other people?
Yes.
Interesting question, darling. Do we follow our own advice? I have a question for you, Kimmy.
Well, what's your question?
No, sorry. I was going to ask you what thought brought you to create that question?
Because we tend to talk a lot. Well, I'm gonna admit it. We talk a lot of shit. Everybody does. Like when we're trying to impress other people, or is the truth? Is the truth?
Yes.
Or by posting stuff in social media, it's not real. Like what is really happening in your life? And then sometimes we keep saying, oh, we believe in this, we believe in that, oh, we should do this. But do you actually follow through? And so when people comes towards you like, oh, how you doing or whatever, or they sometimes even talk to you like asking for advice, and because they see this life that you're posting on Instagram, you're always so happy and all this stuff. So that's why the question came to my mind. Do you follow your own advice that you give to people? That's where it came from.
Yeah. I think that's a very important question, because even myself at the beginning, I mean, I'm the type of person that if you ask me a question, I'll do my best to answer you with full honesty. And obviously, if you ask me for advice, I'll do my best to, give you the best advice as possible. But there are times that when you try to be good to other people, you forget to be good to yourself. And you forget that, wait, like this happened to, for example, this happened to my friend, this happened to my sister, my mom, and I told them, don't do this or do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the exact same thing they were doing. Like, why don't I apply it to myself? And it's something that's very weird. Like,
yeah, it's true.
It's a crazy thing. It's crazy how our mind, I don't know, it's something complicated, I guess.
For myself, I asked myself this question. I was like, you know what? I don't really follow my own advice. And I think the reason why is because we tend to want the best for others, but not really for ourselves in a way.
Yeah.
Because we all cope differently to certain situations. So, like, if you see your friends super, super sad or depressed, you want to encourage them so they could be happy again. But deep down, you could be depressed as well. And you're not letting that other person know, yo, this is what I'm going through too. But for them not, to not make the other person feel bad, you just say whatever's in your mind. But then at the end of the day, you're not following your advice either. So that's why it keeps that back and forth situation.
That's so true. And sometimes I think that maybe fear has something to do with it, or shame even.
Yes, definitely.
That at least it happens to me a lot, that when I start reflecting on my actions or my thoughts even, I tend to feel guilty. Like, oh my God, like, why am I feeling like this? Or why am I acting like this? Like, I shouldn't be acting like this. I know better. And it's frustrating sometimes because we tend to put so much pressure on ourselves and we just forget to just be. Like, we're not perfect. We're human. We are meant to make mistakes. Like, we are supposed to make mistakes to learn from them. And then when we make a mistake, we hurt ourselves, or we nos castigamos, each other. We judge ourselves. And it's very, very hard to learn how, okay, it takes courage to know when you're being judgmental to yourself and do something about it. And that's where mindfulness comes in, and self-reflection, self-care. It's very, 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 I mean, it's a broad topic. Obviously, we can go on and on talking about this.
I know.
But yeah.
Back to the question, like you said, mindfulness and everything. And do you actually, for advice, would say those things to your friends, let's say, in order, like what you do in order to make yourself feel better? Do you actually give that advice as well? En serio? Bye. No.
Hey.
No. Hello.
Let me ask you a
Estamos
question.
frizándonos.
Real quick.
Frío, Perú.
We're interrupting the podcast?
Yes.
I'm
We're
so sorry.
live.
You guys are live? Ooh,
Weird.
I'm so sorry.
Pa' una foto.
Esta. Esta.
I don't see the difference. Bye.
Alright, podcast. You guys will hear me in the future.
Well, no, it va a ser blooper. It's not going to be part of the podcast.
Exacto. Okay, so
Piece
we
of advice. I need to lock my door. Porque aquí está todo el mundo está entrando por su casa. And I'm just like...
Yo te iba a decir que deberías de ponerle un letrero que diga, like,
Podcast
we're live.
On air.
On air. Do not enter. We're recording live.
Yep.
Oh my God. So, obviously, this is not going to be part of the live episode, but just so you know, Kimberly has been invaded by her brother and twice.
Earlier with my mother, but we were doing testing.
Yes. So basically, we got interrupted, but it's okay, girl. It's part of the process. It's part of it. Okay, so you were saying, Mama? You forgot. You forgot.
Se fue el hilo. Ay, let me read my notes.
Okay, so I was gonna say that I believe you were gonna ask me the advice I give to other people.
Yeah, like
when
when encouraging others, basically. Do you give them the same advice, like of what you apply to yourself? Like you were just saying, mindfulness, reflection. Do you actually spread those actions towards other people for them to do?
I will say, if I were back in my teenage years, I will definitely be talking crap. I'll be like, okay, do this, do that, do this, and then I wouldn't apply it to myself. But now that I've been, growing, obviously, and reading and self-reflecting, I think I would never give an advice that I wouldn't apply to myself. At least that's what I think. Also, another thing that I've learned is that words have power. Positive words and negative words. So you have to be very mindful. If you're gonna say something, you need to know that whatever you say is gonna have an effect on the other person.
Yep.
So you need to think very clearly, if this advice is gonna help the person or it's not gonna do anything good. Because if not, then it's better to just stay quiet and don't say anything.
Exactly.
Obviously, si fuera algo de vida o muerte, por ejemplo, si tienes un amigo que is suffering from depression or, suicide tendencies, you have the right to say something, like straight up, like do something or say something to the person so that they can snap out of it. But that's an extreme case. If it's something less extreme, I will say be very mindful. Again, I know the question wasn't about that, pero
no, you're elaborating right now, so it's good.
Yeah. By the way, I tend to go. I mean, you give me a topic and I'll go all the way I do the whole field trip around the topic, and then I go to another country, and I never go back. So I'm sorry if I keep talking and go out of topic. But that's actually part of this whole podcasting. Like I was talking about with Kimberly before doing the podcast, before recording, that I was a little bit nervous because I was afraid of having like silent moments.
Like basically like writer's
recording.
block, but talking block in a way.
Basically.
Which is weird for that to happen for you, but yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing that myself, I'm thinking, oh my God, what if I don't say anything? What if we don't have anything to talk about? And right now I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm talking and talking and talking. And that's the beauty of this podcast, that we just talk about everything, and we elaborate the best as we can. So yeah, basically that's what I was gonna say.
So basically you said for yourself that you would usually, this is when mindfulness comes in, you would start reflecting and that stuff. But then you actually did answer the question though. Like you won't give advice that you actually don't follow. So bam.
Yeah. Yeah, basically what I was, para resumirlo en un nutshell, yo digo, okay, whatever the situation that person is going through, what would I do? Like I try to set myself in their shoes. I try to understand the point of view of the other person, because lamentablemente, I mean, not lamentablemente, pero it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We are all different beings. We all have different mindsets, even though, for example, Kimberly and we get along super well. We have good chemistry. We both got cancer in our chart, in a birth chart, which is another episode we're going to talk about.
Oh.
Pero even though we have so many good things in common, Kimberly has a different way of thought. She has a different way of reacting or perceiving certain situations, and maybe aquí estamos hablando las dos super cool, and then when she hangs up the phone or hangs up the recording, she starts thinking about something else, So I think the important thing is that, like I said before, if you're going to give an advice to someone, just think about it through, and if it's not something productive or positive, just think about it twice if you want to share it and with the other person, and also think about the possible effects that might have on that other person,
Yeah. I think the key word right there that you had mentioned is basically being compassionate, putting yourselves in other people's shoes. Like for myself, back in the day, I would let my own doubts and negative thinking take control, and I wouldn't know how to react, But now, like I accept the way that I'm feeling, but I choose not to stay in that state of mind. So instead, I just start reading positive quotes. I start doing devotionals, and believe it or not, sometimes I even read the Bible, and it actually lifts my spirits up. And the biggest advice I could give to people right now, listen to upbeat music, because we tend to listen to listen to upbeat music. Because we usually listen to our playlists sometimes. It could be on shuffle, and it could be this one depressing song, and then you just stay in that state of mind. No, skip it. Skip the song. Keep that upbeat, and you could even dance even for a couple of minutes, even if you're sitting down, just like a little bit movements or whatever, and it'll automatically change that state of mind right then and there.
Snap.
And it's a great way. Or choose activities that that brings you happiness. Simple as that. It could be watching your favorite TV show. It could be painting, coloring, writing in your journal, whatever. Just choose what makes you happy. Bam.
Yeah. That's so true, Kimberly. Bam, girl. Snap clap. Ooh, girl, you're on fire. That is so beautiful. No, really, that's so beautiful, de verdad. And that's so true, because, again, 2020 has been a crazy year for everybody. Everybody, we were all in the same page, basically. We were stuck at home for a couple of months, basically. Well, I've been at home since the beginning. Yo no he salido de mi casa más que para trabajar, comer si acaso, and visit my family, myself, mi papá, mi hermana, and that's it.
Yeah.
Pero in the quarantine, yo me di cuenta how much I missed dancing. And I missed how much fun I used to have while I was younger. And not even like dancing professionally, because I'm not a dancer. I mean, I love to dance. I can dance salsa and whatnot, pero I was never like a professional dancer. Even though I love watching like Dancing with the Stars, ballroom dancing, I love that shit. But when I was in quarantine, I was like, yo, what am I gonna do with my time? Because I mean, I love to be at home, pero estar todos los días viendo televisión, I mean, watching Netflix, it's like, at the beginning, it was fine, because I get to catch up with my series, or jugar Xbox, or whatever, and FaceTime with you guys. Pero llega un punto como que, yo, I need to do something with my life, because I feel overwhelmed. Hello. And then that's when I was like, thinking, yo, like, I should just dance. Literal. And then I bought the Just Dance 2020 game, and I kept, doing workout. Plus, I was having fun. And I remember the joy I felt. Like, the whole world was burning, basically. And I felt good. And I don't want to sound too egotistical, but what I mean is that you need to find your own happiness. You cannot wait for someone or something to happen to make you feel good.
Exactly.
Even though we were fue un tiempo bien scary.
Still is
scary.
right now.
It still is.
For many people.
It still is. Pero yes, it's true. But what I mean is, even though we were still in this process, it's way, falta un montón para que se acabe todo esto. But at the beginning, early March, April, that's when I will say most of us were very anxious. We all felt some kind of anxiety in a way.
Yeah, I feel either a lot of people lost their jobs or they just shut everything down.
Yes.
I at least had the blessing to work at home. It wasn't throughout the whole week, but we still had a few days that we were working at home. But we were given a lot of tasks. Like, I feel like we worked more during quarantine than we actually did in our actual jobs. So it was always stressful for me, but I knew I had to remain grateful because I still had a job while other people didn't. But for quarantine, for myself, I say the biggest positive thing that actually happened, I felt like during those times that we were all locked up, I actually reconnected and talked a lot more with you guys, my friends, more than we actually ever did when we were like in our normal lives. Yeah. Like for any little meme video, we would share it together. We would constantly do FaceTime.
TikTok videos.
Yes. So like in a way, we reconnected and we stayed together. Yeah. So that for me was a blessing. Yeah. And the fact that I always had my family here as well. So it was like a good thing to actually happen. And I felt like it needed to happen. Yeah. Not that I want to jinx or anything, but a lot of people needed to reconnect, basically. Where did you come from? Yeah, basically, and just humble yourself.
Yes, I think we needed, in a way, even though it sounds harsh, we needed this. Like the whole world needed a time to just stop and reflect. Okay, what are we doing with our lives? Why are things happening the way they're happening? What can I do to? I mean, we're gonna eradicate COVID-19, hopefully, but in a small way, like what can I do to make myself or others feel better during this time?
Yeah.
And I think it was a very powerful thing that we experienced. I've never been the type of person that loves to be hanging every day, with friends, even though I like to go out and, dance and whatever. I learned to appreciate my alone time. Like there was a time during quarantine that I felt, you know what, I'm okay. Literally, like I have a home. I'm with my parents. I have my 2 cats, 2 healthy cats. I'm a cat mama, by the way. And I felt peace. Literally, I felt peace for the first time in my life. I will say I felt peace. Like, yo, I don't need anything else. All I need is my family, my house, good food, yo. I need my food, girl. You know how it is.
Yeah, we know we all gained 20 to 30 pounds this quarantine season. So no shame. But it
we
happened.
feel you.
It happened.
We feel you. Yes. And also all the alcoholics out there. We feel you.
I'm number one in the list, y'all.
Yo, we love alcohol. By the way, our FaceTime lo hicimos drinking, basically.
I know.
Most of the time.
And I'll be mixing. It was whiskey and Coke, then my margaritas.
No, but Kimberly,
I'm hardcore.
She mixes. Yeah, she's hardcore. Like, she was drinking whiskey, después mezclamos no sé qué caramba.
Oh, and then White Claws. Yeah, it was a little bit of everything.
Yo, I don't know how she does it, but she did it. All I can drink is like 2 or maybe 3 drinks, either beer, wine, or whatever, and I'm done.
No, my tolerance is super high. Actually, because I had, just letting everyone catch up in a way, because I had an accident when my knee came out of place. So I've been having to take medication for inflammation and stuff. So I've been 3 weeks without drinking. So like, I'm kind of scared. Yeah, I'm kind of scared that my tolerance is going to be on the ground and I'm going to be very tipsy. And just on my first sip, I was like, yo. So we'll see. To be continued.
Pero you no puedes beber nada, ni siquiera una cerveza o un drink.
No, you cannot mix some alcohol drinks with it. But usually, no, I lied. I did drink.
God.
No. But I didn't mix it with medication. No, it was a Friday. I was feeling myself. And I was like, you know what? I'm not taking my medicine today. So I could drink wine. And I drank that whole bottle of wine. So, yeah. Bam. So,
yo! Oh, my God. Yo.
Yeah. Never
Somebody
mind.
call 911. No judgment here.
But no, I will be honest. I drink that bottle of wine and I feel so relaxed, and I even feel my joints even better. So red wine might have done the magic.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Not that I'm saying
Goodbye,
to take
Marima.
wine. Not that I'm saying that to take wine as medicine. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. Disclaimer.
Yes.
We're not obviously we're not professionals up in here. We don't know nothing about medicine, so we're good.
Yeah, but for me, it actually helped me that day. But yeah, ese fue mi único desarreglo.
We've been there. It's part of it. But yeah, I mean, we will love. Hopefully you guys are following us on Instagram, okay? And if you listen to this podcast, oh hell yeah! If you listen to this podcast, we would love for you to, comment below. Oh my God, that sounds so cliche. Comment below. Click subscribe.
No, I actually wanted to mention that to our listeners right now. If you have a question for us or a topic specifically that you would like for us to talk about, you could either message us on our Instagram, 1014sesh, or write us an email at 1014sesh@gmail.com. So either way, we could actually connect with you guys, or as well, actually bringing topics to the podcast that you would actually are interested to listen.
Exactly. And also, hopefully in the future, you guys can either join us in the podcast.
Yes, we will be having special guests, aka our friends and family. Well, mostly people that have been through certain situations, and they would like to actually speak about their story, and hopefully that could actually inspire other people to be better, do better, and live. Bam.
Yes, of course. So Kimberly, we were talking earlier about why do we give advice to other people but we don't apply it to ourselves. And I was wondering, like, why does that happen? Why do we tend to ignore our own advice? And I was wondering if maybe fear has something to do with that.
Most definitely.
What do you think about that? Do you?
Most definitely it does. Like, we listen to other podcasts, to other people, inspirational messages and everything. They are always giving advice. But do we take the initiative to do better? And I feel like deep down our intuition does want to do better, But fear itself is letting you sometimes either get too comfortable with the situation that you're not able to move on. So, and I always say fear, and even in Star Wars, Yoda says it all the time. Fear is not good.
Yes.
Fear brings anger.
Yo, girl, say it. Preach it. Preach, girl.
Yeah. Like whenever you feel fear, just shove it away. Like accept it that you are feeling it, but you have to move on in order to grow. And fear is not necessarily a bad thing because we're humans. And I feel like naturally fear comes when it already finds you in a situation not comfortable. So automatically your body's like in a way trying to protect you, but you need to take that willpower to take it to the other step.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say something about what you said about fear. So you were saying about that sometimes you have to do something, but you take fear instead, or you're in a state of comfort that doesn't let you, move on or do that thing you were actually trying to do in the first place. That happened to me with the mindfulness world in a sense, because yo diría que, I mean, just an overview. In mi familia, I just have one sister, obviously my both parents, and that's it. And I have to say that I'm blessed that I have a family that
they're very open-minded.
Yes, they're very spiritual, basically, especially my dad. And I gotta say that in the beginning, when my dad started doing his journey in Reiki and, the whole universe kind of vibe thing, at the beginning, I was like, what the F is this? Like, this shit's crazy. I don't get this shit. And I remember that my dad, he would say to me that I was like, quote unquote, his successor. And I was like, what the F you're talking about, Willis? I don't know what you're talking about. I know success is nothing. And then, as the years passed by, I noticed that my dad changed completely. Like before, my dad, I mean, I'm not going to go way too in my past, but basically my dad had anger issues. he would get angry for any stupid thing that would happen. Like, for example, if I would throw a glass of water, he would be like, rah! like that. But yeah, it's stupid. But as he kept, reading more books and he also had his mentor and whatnot, I noticed he changed. Like there was literally like a glowing thing from him that I don't know. I think he basically portrayed peace in a way. Like even the way he talked, the way he would speak to someone, it was so calm and mellow. And I'm like, okay. Like
that's
I think
nice.
this is crazy.
That's so nice for you to actually see someone go where he was and how he is now. You actually saw the procedures, and to actually see and feel that presence, you want it for yourself as well.
Yes.
Because we all actually have our own journeys. And I know all of us, little by little, we tend to, believe in certain situations or disbelieve in other stuff because of your family members. We could all say it because most Puerto Ricans, we grew up Catholic, and it's like the same routine over and over. But then later on, we choose our own destiny in a way, our own beliefs, and what do we want to do in life and stuff. And that, like what you're just saying, like portraying, you actually grasp that and actually wanted to move on and do the same or even better. So that's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you, but basically I just saw the change in him, and then something was growing on me. Like I think I should look for more. Like I was interested. I'm not gonna lie. When he would read about something or tell me consejo o alguna, qué sé yo, algún quote about someone, something positive, I would be like, yo, I want to learn about that. Like, me gustaría aprender de eso. That sounds interesting. About meditation. I think, basically meditation. I was interested in meditating, but I used to think that meditation, it was something not crazy, but something that that certain people will do only. Like I didn't see myself as a meditation person in a way. And at the beginning I knew I was interested, but that fear of thinking like I was crazy or that maybe I had issues with myself, that feeling, like acknowledging, like you just said earlier, acknowledging that okay, I'm not okay. I have certain issues that I need to address and I want to get help. I want to be better. And that takes courage. And when you acknowledge that there's something in you, it can be as simple as you want to do change careers, for example. You want to change careers and there's something inside you that's blocking that step. You need to step down and think, okay, what do I want? And what can I do to make that happen? It takes courage to even acknowledge those things. And when I sat down and did my first meditation, I was like, okay, I did it. Now what? I was like, okay, I did it. I like it. What's good? So basically, I just kept, overcoming that own fear. And I remember that when I started meditating, I was like, yo no me atrevía a decirle a mi papá, mira papi, que I'm doing meditation, because I will feel, for some stupid reason, I will feel shame. For some reason. I don't know why. No sé, como que me daba vergüenza aceptar que I started meditating for some reason.
And that's crazy because meditation is actually something a lot of people actually are talking, especially now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been doing it. And like, I'd say I'm one of those too. Like, I would see people meditate. Like, how can people meditate? Because I'll be on my own and I'll let my own thoughts control myself. And I'm like, I cannot focus. So it was weird in order to get yourself in a phase or, to actually be in the moment. And I could say now you just put a little background in the music, the music in the background, focus on the music, focus on your breathing. Yes. And it is so relaxing that you just feel all that negative energy just leaving your body. So yes, if you haven't done meditation, do it.
Do it. Yes. I have to say meditating has changed my life. Yes. Meditating and yoga. Both of those things have changed completely. Kimberly lo sabe, every morning, it doesn't have to be straight away, or it doesn't have to be 20 minutes or whatnot. It can be 5 minutes or 10. Just do it every day if you can. And trust me, you will see the difference. You will start your day or end your day in a peaceful way. I don't know what it is. Es como que tú te conectas contigo mismo. You connect with your inner self, your guidance, your intuition. You start thinking more mindfully in a way. In a way, it helps you help other people because you're thinking more clearly. Tú no estás pensando en pájaros preñados, en tus issues, or no.
Yeah, you're just focusing on yourself.
Exactly. Y again, with the main topic of this episode, when somebody asks you for help, if your mind is clear, if you're centered, you're gonna be in a better place or in a better position to help the other person. Porque tienes una mente sin judgment, sin prejuicios también.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When we are so bottled up with our own problems, we tend to like snap or like not give good advice. We're like, just get out of my face. Exactly.
I see.
So instead of you, like you just said, being self-centered, more clear-minded, that you would actually, give a good response to that other person, and simultaneously, without you even noticing, you're actually giving positive vibes towards that person. And right there and then, just by talking to a person, it could do so much. Just by smiling as well. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Little details. And I always say simplicity is beauty.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
It's the truth. I just posted that on my Instagram today, and it has stayed with me. Simplicity is beauty.
Yes, girl.
That's a mantra.
That's the highlight quote of the episode. I like that. Simplicity is beauty. That's so
It is.
beautiful.
It is. Because we tend
Yeah.
to overthink things or just trying to figure out a million ways to do it. No. Just do what you have right now. Focus on the present
Mm-hmm.
and you're good. The simple things, literally.
Literal. Y by being simple, I mean, by thinking simply, te evitas tantos problemas. You just focus on the now. And como
Yeah.
tú me dijiste hace poco, because back in the couple of months ago, I was telling Kimberly que yo me sentía culpable for not doing certain things in my time. I used to have this issue with myself. For some fucking reason, I'm like that, but I'm working on it.
Beep.
Beep. Oh. My bad. My bad. I try to chill. I love, for example, I love to stay at home and just watch Netflix or watch whatever, do a binge of my series or jugar Xbox or whatnot. And I can do that one day, un ejemplo. Pero if I keep doing that daily, in a daily basis, I start feeling guilty with myself because I feel, why am I wasting my time watching movies or watching Netflix while I could be doing something else? And in a way, it's good that you, like, te des cuenta,
You catch
okay.
yourself. Yeah. Mhm.
Ajá, es bueno que tú como que te des cuenta, okay, I'm slacking off, let me, ponerme las pilas, como decimos aquí en el PR. Como que déjame motivarme para hacer las cosas que tengo que hacer.
Mhm.
Pero, in a way, it's good to have your downtime. Like, you should have time to dedicate to yourself, de hacer nada, or whatever you need to do. Si tu forma de relajarte is to go to the beach, then go to the beach. If you want to read a book. If you want to listen to a podcast or music, do it. Whatever you need to do to feel good, you can do it.
When you felt that way was to go with the flow, focus on what you're doing right now. Because if you start thinking on all the things that you should be doing, you block yourself immediately.
Yes.
And you create tension in your body.
Yeah.
So I always say, listen to your body right now. What does it want you to do? And just go with the flow. And you'll always feel good.
Exactly. Literalmente, every time I start feeling anxious, me pongo en la mente eso que tú me dijiste. Like, okay.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. What does feel good? No, tú me dijiste, do what feels good in the moment.
Yes.
Y yo digo, okay, what does it feel good right now? Does it feel good when I watch a movie? Okay, let's watch a movie. Does it feel good when I lay in my bed doing nothing? Okay, let's do that. You know, those kind of things. And it's so much better cuando menos tú te limitas mentalmente, life tends to go easier. Like, you start to focus less on your problems, you know? You start embracing what you do have, for being grateful about the things that you have. I don't know, it's a way of living that I wish everybody could practice every day. The more mindful we are, the better we are, right? The better person we become.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not clap. We're preaching up in here. But yeah, in a way, this is why we're doing this podcast, because we talk like this all the time. Like, nos enviamos mensajes de voz por WhatsApp or you know, we lift each other up in a way.
Lit.
Y yo digo, coño, pues vamos a compartirlo con el mundo. Fuck it. Like, I don't care if just one person listens to this podcast. At least we're sharing our thoughts.
Well, we have 20 followers, I think.
Okay.
So I'm expecting at least 20 listeners. You hear me?
Okay. Yes. Yes. I mean, we appreciate however listeners we have. We're grateful. Obviously, we want a lot. We want a lot. So please.
No, but initially we just started this because, you know, like you said, we lit each other up. We give good advice. And we're like, hey, why not just put it out there in the world? Maybe we could inspire other people and actually do better.
Yeah.
So,
definitely. Y tú me dijiste hace poco algo bien funny. Creo que fue cuando tú estabas en el proceso de...
I say a lot of funny shit. I'm worried.
Oh, I know, girl, I know. Pero tú me
Okay.
dijiste algo cuando estabas en el proceso de renunciar y eso, que you wanted to have me in your pocket. Algo así fue.
Yes. Okay. But let's rewind.
Okay.
Because back in my old job, it was a very toxic environment. I never had that support. So I always stressed myself even more. And so, yeah, I was in the process whether to leave or not. And I would be telling this to Maria over and over again. And all of a sudden, this girl will come out with such good sayings and funny shit and would instantly make me feel better. And I told her, girl, I just wish I could have you in my pocket, a mini you, and you just pop out and like snap out of it, girl. And it was so funny just imagining that. And yeah.
Un potty pocket.
Yes.
Otra cosa que yo creo que is also why we are connecting more. Moon omens. Hello.
Yes.
So,
I was actually thinking when you were mentioning about the meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first deep meditation que me fui en un viaje fue con Moon Omens.
Yes.
That they wanted for us to connect ourselves with our inner child.
Yo.
And I could not stop crying.
Yo.
It was so weird. And I deeply connected with my inner child. And I let so much shit go that after that meditation, I felt like a brand new woman.
Yo, I was going to say that I did that meditation, pero con Jay Shetty. Porque en el... Back in the beginning of the quarantine, Jay Shetty... If you don't know who Jay Shetty is, yo.
You got issues.
Google it. He is the
Google
bomb. The bomb, okay? He's the king of mindfulness, okay? Let's just put it like that.
Exactly. And his wife is so cute.
Oh,
she's always so
bubbly.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, I was going to say that he was doing like a 12 days of meditation or 20 days of meditation. Algo así. Y every day he would go live on Instagram to meditate with the world. Y uno de los días de meditación fue eso, like to meditate with your inner child. Y to go, picture yourself, for example, in your room or in a happy place that you had in your childhood. Y picture your own little self, 8-year-old self, 10-year-old self, and hug yourself. Y decirle, I love you. And then ask your inner child, what were you doing now that I'm not doing now? I mean, what were you doing back then that I'm not doing now? What made you happy
deep that
I'm not doing anymore? And that's when I realized, yo, I'm not dancing anymore. Literally. That's when I clicked, like, yo, why the fuck am I dancing? I used to love dancing. Y no dancing, como dije anteriormente, en la placita or anything like that. Simplemente, like, literalmente just dance in my room, like a crazy lady that I am. Put some music on and start doing crazy shit in my room. I used to love that. Y con mi hermana también, que we will just dance all the time. Y cuando yo me di cuenta, carajo, pues let me just do it. Why not? And then I started doing my TikTok videos, dancing and shit. And it made me feel happy. It made me feel joyful.
Because I'm happy.
I belong. No, you think a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically it's, I don't know, this is deep, y'all. This is deep shit. But yeah, basically, so I was gonna say Moon Omens brought us together with meditation practices because they do. If you don't know what Moon Omen is, again, Google it. They're on Instagram. Y creo que están en Facebook, maybe. I know they're. I
only have them, on Instagram and their YouTube because of their
meditation
new moon and full moon meditation.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Moon Omens is there are a group of people, of beautiful people. They send beautiful quotes every day on Instagram, daily affirmations. If you subscribe to their page, te envían a tu email, the affirmations of the day.
Yeah.
And this for me, mi rutina, when I wake up, I know I brush my teeth, do my thing. First thing I do in the morning, drink my coffee, and I go to my email to see what's my affirmation for today. And it literally, I start feeling better. Like I start, okay, I'm good. I start feeling more. Yo diría que Moon Omens helped me to learn.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
It helped me to learn how to go with the flow. Just surrender, basically. When you surrender to whatever it is, if you want to say God, you want to say the universe, you want to say whatever it is, destiny, you feel so much better. You feel lighter. Como que, you know what? Que sea lo que papá Dios quiera, que sea lo que el universo desee. Whatever it is, I'll take it. Good and bad. And that helped me a lot to ground myself. Y entonces con Kimberly, we were, I don't know if si fuiste tú, fui yo, no me acuerdo, que nos enviamos el full moon meditation. Creo que fue un full moon meditation. Y creo que fue ese mismo, el The Inner Child, and we were like, yo, this is something else.
Yeah.
And
like I have never felt that ever in meditation.
Yeah.
And like you said, Moon Omens was the one that initially like really made me understand about meditation and everything. So I'm so grateful for that. And it actually, made us connect even more.
Yes.
And engage more into positivity and self-awareness.
Yeah. So yeah, basically that, like Kimberly said, nos ayudó a conectarnos un montón. Y basically we've been sharing the same things that we learned through social media, like Moon Omens or Spirit Daughter or even Jay Shetty, que ellos envían positive quotes, affirmations and stuff like that. We remind ourselves cuando, por ejemplo, cuando Kimberly se siente down for X o Y situation, I step out, Kimberly, this. Acuérdate, go with the flow. Blah.
Lo que dijiste down y ahora tengo la canción pegada. Down, si no tengo de tu piel. Down, si no tengo...
Yo.
Throwback.
Yo pensé que te ibas a decir la de Baby, are you down?
Oh,
down,
no. Yo me fui para atrás.
Damn. So yeah, basically this is what we do. We just randomly sing, do crazy shit.
¿Quién estaba eso? Rakimi Kanwai. Yeah.
Yo?
No sabes.
I don't know.
Rakimi Kanwai. I think it was them. Oh my God.
Por si no había duda, que eso va a Puerto Rico, ¿ok? Puerto Rico está a la muerte. Reggaetonera, popper.
Puerto Rico me está mirando ahora con esa cara, nena, pero ¿qué te pasa? Así como tú me representas. Ay, mi madre.
¿Qué te pasó?
Se soltó.
Se liberó, Kimi.
Ahora estoy buscando aquí en Google. Rakimi Kanwai. I think it
serio?
was them. Ya.
Oh,
Tenía que confirmar.
Loca, llevamos 1 hora. Damn.
Ya no, tenemos que cortar porque yo creo que nadie lo va a escuchar por 1 hora.
No, definitivamente. I mean, hopefully. Pero ya qué bueno que...
This was a very great first episode, y'all.
Yeah, definitely. I think it went super well. So I really hope that you guys liked this episode, our very first episode ever. So, yeah. Ever.
Bueno, espero que lo hayan disfrutado, como nosotros hemos disfrutado en hablar y en hacer chistes, paveritis, traer throwbacks.
Paver attack.
Yes. Y nada, I wanted to end this with one saying: simplicity is beauty, and also to love one another.
Yes. Okay, guys, so this wraps up the first episode ever from 1014 Sesh. We appreciate you guys listening this whole episode. My name is Maria.
I'm Kimberly.
And remember, stay
positive
and
be kind to yourself.
Bye.